Whoa, whoa, whoa. That wasn't a good seal. What the f? Alright guys, it has been 2 weeks since you've seen me, and the alcohol is ready. Well, more or less ready. So in this process today, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cold crash the brew. I'm gonna bring the temperature of this fermentation unit down to about 32 degrees, as close to freezing as possible, but it has alcohol in it, so it's not gonna freeze. I'm also gonna add ascorbic acid. Nope.
Potassium sorbate.
That's going to stop any of the yeast that's still alive from creating more alcohol, because I want to add some extra flavor to that. In my case, it's going to be maple syrup, so we'll see.
The next day.
It's been 24 hours and everything is cold crashed, and the stuff I put in the cider, why can't I remember things? That has taken effect, and now I'm going to pull these out and get them kegged. Oh yeah. Come on, there we go. I have here a auto siphon, and we're gonna stick this end in there and this end in a glass really quick because we want to test it. So, babe, can you grab a glass? All right, you want that all the way in the bottom of your keg or bottle or whatever you're doing. That way there, as little oxygen as possible gets into the beer. All right, you want to give it a try?
Smells good.
Want to get on camera and give it a try?
Hi.
Should taste like flat beer.
Oh yeah, it's flat beer.
I got the lid on that keg. Now I'm going to pull out the cider and we're going to do it all over again. Yeah. All right, and it's going. This time you're actually going to get to see it go all the way down. Oh yeah, we're tasting.
Tastes like apple juice.
Tastes like apple juice?
Tastes like apple juice.
All right, here we have 2 kegs that are completely filled up. It's now time to put in that lovely, lovely CO2. These kegs are designed to carry 5 gallons of liquid with some headspace. That headspace is going to be for pressurizing the top of the container and pushing the liquid out. Since we just sealed these kegs for the first time, that headspace is full of oxygen, which we don't want in the beer. So we actually have to purge these kegs a couple of times in order to get all that oxygen out. And when we pull these little tabs here, it's going to purge out the oxygen. All right, so you take your gas line and you put it on the inside of your keg, and you want to bump that up to about 30 PSI. 30 PSI is good because it's going to seal the lid onto the keg, and it's within the tolerances of this particular keg. And I'm gonna do that 3-ish times. It's a very violent reaction, so you have to do it a couple times to make sure that all the oxygen is out. Beer making, it's science. Right, Cope? Right, Megan? All right, now we're doing something called force carbonating the beer. We tip the kegs on their side and they're still attached to the CO2. That gives you more surface area for the beer to come into contact with the CO2. I have a timer here set to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna rock this back and forth that whole time. That's gonna constantly refresh the surface area of the beer. You're gonna wanna stick these back in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, because when you, hi Cope, when you shake something that's carbonated, what happens? The carbonation comes out of it. You still want it to settle down, because if you put anything in here right now, all that CO2 that you just shoved in that liquid is gonna come rushing right out. So let it sit in the fridge for about a half hour. Okay, so these have been sitting for a half hour in the refrigerator. I am now going to purge them to bring them way down in PSI, because they're still sitting at 30. Then we're gonna hook them up to the gas at around 10 to 12-ish PSI. And then hook them up to the lines, purge the lines of the sanitization fluid that I have in there right now, and then we'll pour a glass. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That wasn't a good seal. What the f just happened? Grab the paper towels. There is an O-ring missing on this guy.
Is it in the water?
Huh?
The solution?
This shouldn't be, no, but
Oh.
okay, I got a new O-ring. Well, it's from the other keg. I just sanitized it. Well, that issue's fixed. As you can see, had a little bit of spillage there. That was kind of crazy. But now we have everything all hooked up. Before I shove it into the back there, I'm gonna pour out what we got up here. Beer. All right, so there you have it. That's how you do a home brew, at least for beginners anyway. I don't have that much experience, but I hope what you guys learned today was helpful. Now, we're gonna try it. Ooh. That beer is all foamy right now still. So the cider, you can actually see the carbonation in there. And these are glasses my uncle gave me from a Cleveland Beer Week. So we can try this one first while that one settles a little. Ooh. That maple syrup really added.
Oh my god, that's so sweet. This is delicious.
That added a lot. So I added the half of a bottle during the before the fermentation, so that way it had extra sugars. Then I added another half bottle-ish to it's probably actually a little bit more to the final product afterwards. And oh,
That's really good.
that's good. The beer, I mean, you can see
It's quite carbonated.
the head on that. Nope, don't focus on me. There it is. It is quite carbonated. That'll actually level off a little bit over the next week. But I mean, you can see the carbonation in there. It's very foamy at the top, but now we try this. It's good. It doesn't have the lemon punch that we had in the last one, I think. And I think that's because I strained it. I think the last time we did this, I left all the hops in during the fermentation, and that probably added a lot more to it. But it's still good, and it's
good.
beer. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have any questions, sorry about that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys might have. And check out the video there, or one over there, where we do other weird, wacky stuff like this on a pretty much weekly basis. Oh yeah, subscribe. That's one. Whatever. I want beer. I want beer. Oh.